All right, in this video, I'm going to show you the outreach methods that actually work for your AI systems agency going into 2026. This is video 9, I believe, of the bootcamp. So if you made it here, you're already a lot further than most people. You can go check the drop off from video 1 to now. So yeah, congratulations, but we're just getting started. So let's get right into it. The core idea is that outreach isn't just about volume, it's about signal and intent. So what does that actually mean? The person that sends 10,000 cold emails that says, hey, I want to help you with AI is not going to get as far as a person that sends 500 or 100 or 1,000 cold emails that are targeted and they provide value and build trust up front. We're going to get into how you can actually do that later. But your goal is to show competence fast, spark curiosity, and enter a conversation, as well as providing value and building trust, like I mentioned a couple seconds ago. But most people fail because they either spam or overthink. Overthinking, especially with cold calls, I know that when I first started, I was really scared, and it's honestly an irrational fear because I just had to realize that I'm speaking to a screen. Like, these people don't know me, they don't even know my face, they know nothing about me. So I know cold calling is a fear for a lot of people, but you really just kind of have to grow up, and it will get easier the more you do it, obviously. So the more dials you make every day, it will get easier, and you can actually turn it into kind of a game and make it fun. But yeah, you're really just talking to a screen, so don't overthink it, and you'll be good. But cold calling is not the only outreach method, and sometimes it's not the best. So these are the 5 methods that are going to consistently work for AI systems agencies going into 2026. So let's start with the proof first Instagram method. So this is where you're going to find businesses with bad websites, outdated funnels, or clear system gaps. Then you're going to rebuild 10 to 20% of something. So like their hero section of their website, booking system, mockup, AI receptionist demo, anything like that. Just a key point here is use the audit process that we spoke about in the last video, I believe, because you don't want to make up an issue and then, give them the solution, because they're not going to fall for that most of the time. They're going to be like, I don't actually have that problem. You're just trying to create that to sell me what you're offering. So make sure that you audit correctly and it's actually an issue that they're facing. Then send a simple DM like, I've rebuilt something small for you, want it? Or if you're going to record a Loom video, and if you don't know what Loom is, it's basically just like a software that lets you record your screen and stuff. So yeah, you're just going to record a video of the issue and your solution, and then you can either attach that before and say, hey, I made a quick video for you, or you could send it after if you say something like this and they are interested. So then from the Loom, you're going to offer a call either in the Loom or in the DMs or both. Just a quick like, hey, if we could get on a 10-minute call, I could show you my solution or my build. If you like it, you could keep it. Just simple things, pitches like that. Your goal is not to sell here. You're just trying to build a connection and get them on a call. This works best for like salons specifically because a lot of them are active on social media, gyms as well, real estate and coaching brands. So why is this actually going to convert? Because you lead with action, not with a crappy sales pitch. So that's going to be the proof first Instagram method. Now, fastest is going to be cold calling. And again, spoke about this before, but you're going to need high confidence for this. And honestly, you don't. You just need to kind of realize that it's not that deep. It only has power if you're scared of it, if you give it power, right? I'm not trying to dive into like some motivations, psychological stuff, but it's true. It only is scary if you make it scary. You could literally get a meeting today with cold calling. You're going to focus on local businesses that are actually going to answer their phones. So like cleaners, landscapers, barbers, shops, food spots, fitness studios, stuff like that. The goal of the call is to identify a problem, offer same-day solution, and then lock in a 10-minute demo. If you guys aren't catching this trend here, we're offering them free demos and free calls because we don't want to sound like extremely salesy out of the gun. So you're just trying to build connections, build relationships with these guys to get their trust. Why this works is because local businesses are overwhelmed and respond better to energy and clarity than long explanations. You're going to instantly separate yourself from 99% of the AI agency kids hiding behind cold DMs. This is also why it's important to, when you're recording your Loom videos, which we'll talk about another method of Loom videos in a couple minutes, but it's really important that when you're recording your Loom videos that you make sure you have your face up here like I do right now, right? You want to make it clear that you are somebody that they can trust and somebody that they don't have to, be skeptical of. So yeah, you're going to instantly separate yourself from 99% of the AI agency kids. Cold calling is a shortcut for early cash flow if you have the balls to do it, basically. So that's cold calling. This is my personal favorite here. We have the Google Maps and Loom method. So you're going to go niche by niche using Google Maps or tools like Appify. If you want more help with that, just let me know. You could go to the description, DM me on Instagram, whatever. So you're going to open up each business's website and look for no booking, slow load, broken call to action, old design, no automation, or no website. Then you're going to record a 60 to 120 second Loom video, again, with your face in the corner like this, showing the leak that you found, the fix, and then the system idea. Email, again, something simple that's going to pique curiosity, like recorded something for you and then attach the Loom link. This is going to have extremely high open rates compared to generic cold emails. And this is going to book serious calls with serious clients because you're already building that trust up front. Now we have the content magnet method on socials. In my opinion, anybody can do this, but if you want to be consistent, it's for a specific type of person. Like, content has always been a passion of mine, so it kind of just transitioned into business and AI stuff. But this can be insane for getting leads automatically. Basically, just post a piece of content and then it can get you leads forever. If you're the type of person that, has ever even considered doing content, you have a good chance. So like post daily examples of before and after system, screenshots of chatbots booking appointments, outreach wins, automation breakdowns, small system case studies, simple things like that. Do some research around, check what I post, check what other people post, and then add a simple call to action like DM me system and I'll send you the breakdown. This is going to warm your audience and converts organic leads without any manual outreach. Works insanely well once you stack momentum and extremely useful for wanting to scale. The only issue with this is it's going to take 30 to 60 days at least to see any real progress or momentum when you're recording content. Now, it's possible to get lucky. Obviously, you could post a video, it could get 2 million views right off the bat. But for 99% of people, that's not going to happen. It's a process just like anything. Good things never come quickly. So that's just kind of a life lesson. But yeah, this is extremely powerful if you're the right type of person. I wouldn't recommend this to everybody because a lot of people are going to get demotivated. For the people that want, quick results, well, my first piece of advice is nothing comes quick. But my second piece is start cold calling. If you are extremely hungry and motivated and you could cold call for, 2 weeks, you're going to see results faster than if you started posting content. But the best thing is to combine all 4 of these methods, and that's where you're going to see the most results. But yeah, these are the main 4 that you should be using. But now I'm going to talk about the partnership method. This is one that not many people are using or talking about, but it can be extremely powerful, again, for kind of giving you deals and leads without any manual cold outreach. So the partnership method is going to be to find someone who already works with businesses. So like web designers, videographers, marketers in a different sector, fitness influencers, real estate media companies, anything really that you could help their clients. You're going to offer them to a percent of every client they refer. So like if they get a lead in that they either don't have room to take on or it's outside of their specialties, they could send them to you and then you give them a percentage once you close the deal for bringing you that lead. They're going to bring trust and then you deliver the system. This can instantly give you multiple clients per month if positioned right. Only issue with this again is you have to, find these businesses, build trust with them, build relationships. But it's similar to content. It's going to take a while, but once you have it set up and in place, it's going to keep snowballing and it's going to give you a lot of progress quickly. But it's kind of like, it's an exponential graph, right? Do I have like a graph? Can I put a graph on here? No, it's just, okay, I can just draw it. We all know what an exponential graph is, guys. So for the partnership method as well as content, it's going to go like this, right? You're going to start, 2 weeks go by, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, 5 weeks, 6 weeks, and then you're like that. This is great, but great illustration here, really an artist. But yeah, that's what I'm kind of saying. For these 2 specifically, it's going to take a while, but then once you see results, you really start to see results. So yeah, that's going to be that. Those are all 5 methods that I have for this video, and it's really all 5 that you need to get started. I don't think that you should be focused on anything else, in my opinion. But yeah, so now we're going to talk about what doesn't work and things to avoid, not necessarily forever, but definitely shouldn't start with these or rely on them. So long fluffy DMs, like I mentioned, I get these a ton on my personal Instagram account, on my brand Instagram account. I don't even read them. They're just simply not worth my time. If somebody's going to send me a super long copy and pasted outreach method, I know that they're not going to provide me with anything valuable. Pitching AI as chatbots or receptionists or agents instead of systems. Again, businesses only care about 2 things. What 2 things do they care about? If you don't know that this far in, I don't know what to tell you, but time and money. Next thing to avoid is being vague. So like I help businesses with AI. We mentioned this. Your outreach has to be done with intent. Again, sending generic cold emails without proof. You need to be intentional with what you do. And then copy and pasting agency scripts that everyone uses. This is what most, gurus that you watch are going to tell you to do. They're going to be like, use this script and increase your meetings booked by 55%. Like that's just not true. It's all trial and error. No script is perfect. Just find the one that works for you. All right, now we have the big picture. Outreach is a skill, not a numbers game. Again, like the example I gave before, you could send 100,000 cold emails generic and not targeted and they won't do as well. Your unique advantage is speed, competence, and clarity. I'd recommend picking 2 methods that we discussed and go deep for 30 days minimum. I get a lot of messages. They're like, I've been doing this for 15 days and I've seen no progress. I'm going to quit. First of all, they've been making like 3 calls a day and then quitting and then, sending 1 DM and saying, oh, this is too hard. Maybe this isn't for you, brother. I mean, if you want to see progress, the more you put in, the more you get out. If you want to see progress, you have to put that amount in. So pick 2 methods and go really deep for 30 days. The fastest combo to get your first client is going to be proof first, Instagram DMs, cold calling, and then content magnet as long-term momentum. You can interchange this, proof first DMs or emails. I like both of them, and then cold calling as well. So yeah, that's the big picture. If you guys have any questions, again, let me know. Tomorrow, or the next video, we're going to cover like your plan, what you should be doing, and then I'm also going to show you some examples of different systems and results and things like that. So that's going to be the video for tomorrow. I would not skip the one tomorrow because I'm literally going to give you guys the path that you should be taking that I wish I was able to take, or have the guidance to take. So yeah, this was a bit of a longer video, but it was definitely worth it. And yeah, let me know if you guys have any questions. Again, feel free to message me, go to the description, comments, whatever.